a guy on the radio who apparently Trump's on his show frequently. He said, me and Hillary are demons. Said we.
A person on the radio who evidently bests on his rack habitually, he said me and Hillary are devils, said we smell like sulfur. Ain't that something? Applause. Tomorrow Obama will be in office. What's the significance? Hear to you well. You realize I think it implies what it means to a large portion of the world. And that is all there is to it. Reconfirms the thoughts of America. You know some of the time I reflect you know. Is there something not paint horns on my head? The Hollywood business ends up in a condition of vulnerability. As insiders keep on uncovering stunning disclosures reports of surfaced guaranteeing that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have been purportedly connected to dubious activities related with the supposed plan of ex-President Barack Obama. Brad Pitt, those two, Angie and Brad, were having ceremonies with the Obamas on Halloween. This divulgence lines up with past cases of supposed evil customs in Obama's set of experiences. As of now, it has become progressively obvious to the public that Hollywood has been where specialists are controlled. And as per these charges exposed to thus, then they're granted to be chosen off for a specific year oak. You can run in 2012, and suppose they join the fellowship. Everything began when in June 2018, a few trustworthy news locales, including Neon Vax and your Newswire Now News Punch, float a story supposedly guaranteeing that a photo of previous President Barack Obama wearing a Satan ensemble complete with a veil and horns had been released internet. Based, you know, in some cases, I reflect, you know. Is there something not paint horns on my head? These outlets, alongside others like survey researches, endeavored to state that the veiled person in the photo was without a doubt Barack Obama. Anyway, certain individuals recommended that this declaration depended on just an obscure similarity between a couple of little segments of the individual's facial highlights, and those found in pictures of Obama, a person on the radio, who evidently bests on his rack regularly. He said me and Hillary are evil spirits. It's quite significant that scheme scholars frequently utilize the term spill to hint that they have gotten to private data that others were attempting to disguise for this situation. The picture was not spilled yet, was freely posted on Instagram by a client named at Each Silver Sea on January 20th, 2017, which matched with President Trump's initiation. Said we smell like sulfur, ain't that something? Applause. The subtitle going with the picture read class and elegance, you're my most loved anyway. The client later erased the picture, referring to the explanation as a lot of disdain and insufficient help in light of inquiries regarding the Obama picture now. Applause. I mean, come on, individuals, it was accounted for that the Instagram client probably erased the photo because of dangers and pessimistic reactions she got in the wake of posting it, as she was exposed to slanderous remarks and allegations, distinguishing an individual in light of a solitary local photo, particularly when the majority of their face is hidden by a veil, is a difficult errand, yet a few people promptly surrendered to influence and quickly presumed that Barack Obama was some way or another associated with evil love, dependent exclusively upon this single picture. One individual composed on the off chance that he wasn't an evil spirit. He could not have possibly brought this up. Brain science 101. The people who in a flash deny a case of culpability are without a doubt blameworthy, as charged. Someone else added. He redirected the proclamation into the joke sharp. What individuals see as a joke, they don't take serious. Smart Lucifer didn't trick me as conviction. Spread that the person behind the cover may be Obama. A few movie chiefs and diversion figures likewise began to parody or ridicule what is happening. Rep. Purportedly the set of experiences station first time incorporated a Satan character in the famous miniseries The Book of Scriptures that looked similar to a zombified rendition of Barack Obama. In the event that you were the point at which I have order stone spread anyway. When the series definitely stood out, they were being dropped quickly, so both the organization and the designers of the program energetically denied any purposeful association between the person and the previous president, they completely excused any paranoid fears, proposing an intentional connection among Obama and Satan as misleading and stupid the set of experiences station. Additionally put out an announcement, History Station has the most elevated regard for President Obama. The series was delivered with a global and different cast of regarded entertainers. It's lamentable that anybody made this bogus association histories, the book of scriptures, is intended to edify individuals on its rich stories and profound history, and the good book leader makers, Imprint Burnett and Roma Downey, commented this as unadulterated garbage. The entertainer who played Satan Mehdi Husseini is an exceptionally acclaimed Moroccan entertainer. He has recently played parts in a few scriptural legends, including sinister characters, sometime before Barack Obama was chosen as our leader DEC, in spite of endeavors to explain and excuse the claims the harm had proactively been finished, and the impression of Barack Obama's supposed vile plan. Endured through different occasions, what's essential is that people who endeavored to uncover him frequently either erased the spilled photographs or denied any aim to hurt Obama. This has persuaded certain individuals to think that there might be a concealed power or substance arranging and controlling these occasions in the background a couple of years. Prior, there were reports of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt meeting with then-President Obama at the White House. This gathering raised doubts among the pundits and web clients, who presently highlight possibly dubious parts of the experience. Music. It was accounted for around then that the entertainers were seen in the Oval Office by photographic artists who were holding up outside while President Obama was getting ready for an excursion to Chicago. Sources additionally guaranteed that the White House additionally affirmed that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were in Washington, D.C. to screen Jolie's movie about Bosnian atrocities at the Holocaust Gallery. Obviously, their visit to the White House was with the end goal of President Obama talking about Jolie's endeavors connected with forestalling mass barbarities and tending to against ladies. I consider Hala one of 6 stranded kids residing in a tent in Lebanon. She could see you what it resembles to share the obligation. This wasn't the initial occasion when President Obama had met with the couple or only one portion of the couple in 2009. He had a gathering with Brad Pitt to talk about Pitt's endeavors in remaking New Orleans' 10th Ward following Storm Katrina. Moreover, Angelina Jolie had her own gathering with then CIA Chief David Petraeus. At the office's base camp, their successive gatherings alongside Obama's new exercises have added to the view of an association between them. As per a few eyewitnesses, tomorrow Obama will be in office. What's the significance here? Do you well? You realize I think it implies what it means to the majority of the world. And that is all there is to it, reconfirms the thoughts of America. After this, a few people have come to accept that Barack Obama has overseers, including figures like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, notwithstanding their partition, as per some paranoid fears. This conviction recommends that they are helping him in controlling individuals, and possibly engaged with evil exercises. Like them, moreover, certain powerful figures like Kanye West have openly revealed the supposed procedures they have utilized for a lengthy period, which they depict as having a religion or mysterious feelings. Individuals are seeing things that are off base within contracts, turning blind eyes to it. And everybody's mindful. During one of his enthusiastic tirades, the magnate Kanye West lifts the conversation to an unprecedented level. He straightforwardly digs into the internet-based speculations, encompassing affirmed in Hollywood in an unconventional class that has earned far and wide considerations, specific, truly frightening, that he raises his own mom while highlighting his steadfast faith in these events. My mom was forfeited me too. You see, no doubt Michael Jordan, what might be said about him. His daddy, allegedly Kenny, firmly keeps up with his convictions regarding the matter and doesn't limit himself from communicating them. Preceding these comments, he purportedly stressed his preparation to scrutinize people in Hollywood who participate in bad behavior. or hold tip-top status Caney's perspectives have produced both interest and misgiving as he prompts investigations into the internal operations of Hollywood and its implied exercises. They could have simply changed to prescription. And I wouldn't be here and on the news. They would have said it was a result of a psychological issue. He fundamentally attested that Hollywood applies impact over unambiguous people. And these people harbor worries that their relatives might be controlled by media outlets. He has gone similarly as referring to his own mom's demise in 2007, suggesting that she was a survivor of such control-attracting equals to the late dad of Michael Jordan, as well as the departed children of Bill Cosby. And Dad Bill Cosby, his child, right, Dad his child, you're out in Hollywood. Many individuals come up missing canny battles that Hollywood's activities are basically determined by a longing for control. Moreover, he proceeded to guarantee that people in the business, most elevated echelons, control individuals, as well as subject them to mental torture to control damage they need to adapt and damage. And God adored me, you comprehend.